Hey everyone, and welcome. It's your hosts from Vibrations and Manifestations. Today, we are diving into a topic that so many of you ask about. It's a real mind power showdown between two absolute giants, the Silva Method and Abraham Hicks. One offers this very structured, almost scientific way to achieve your goals, while the other is all about riding the wave of emotional alignment.
So, which one is actually better? We get this question all the time. Today, we're going to break down both of these incredible philosophies. We'll look at what makes them tick, their unique strengths, and by the end, hopefully, you'll have a much clearer idea of which one might be the perfect fit for you. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by getting into the flow of Abraham Hicks. Then, we're going to switch gears and talk about engineering your reality with the Silva Method. After that, we'll put them head to head, see where they line up, where they don't, and finally, we'll help you answer that big question: which path is yours? Okay, first up, let's dive into the world of Abraham Hicks. If you had to boil this entire philosophy down to one thing, it's this. It's all about mastering the art of feeling good, so you can just allow all your desires to flow right to you. It's less about pushing and more about, well, allowing. Now, at the very heart of this is a concept called the vortex. Just imagine it for a second. It's like a vibrational holding tank, or maybe a cosmic Amazon cart, where everything you've ever wanted, every dream, every wish, is already gathered and waiting for you. Your job isn't to go out and get it. Your job is to get into vibrational harmony with it. See the difference? It's not about chasing. It's all about aligning. So how in the world do you align? Well, the key isn't to struggle or to force anything. Abraham Hicks says that the only thing standing between you and your desires is resistance. Doubt, worry, frustration. So the work, if you can call it that, is just to release that resistance. It's about letting go, feeling good, and simply allowing everything that's already waiting for you in your vortex to come into your life. All right, now let's do a complete 180. If Abraham Hicks is all about going with the flow, the Silva Method is all about building the engine and steering the boat. This is a much more structured, I'd almost say scientific approach. It's about consciously engineering your reality by taking direct control of your own mind. And the entire Silva Method is built on this one incredible discovery by its founder, Jose Silva. He figured out that we can actually learn to consciously enter the alpha brainwave state. That kind of dreamy, super creative, relaxed state right before you fall asleep or just as you're waking up? Yeah, that's it. And Silva taught that you can learn to function from that level with full awareness to program your mind and just solve problems like never before. So this is where the engineering part really comes in. The Silva Method gives you this super clear 4-step process. You start with desire, getting crystal clear on what you want. Then you work on your beliefs, actively rooting out anything that holds you back. You connect with it emotionally. And then, my favorite part, you build expectancy, which Silva himself called belief on steroids. Isn't that great? It's this deep, powerful certainty that your goal is a done deal. It's a very hands-on process. Okay, so we've got two really different paths, right? But what's interesting is they're both pointed toward this same destination, creating the life you truly want. So let's put them side by side and really dig into the differences. The biggest difference, and it's a big one, really just boils down to their core focus. With Abraham Hicks, it is all about allowing things to happen by getting into emotional and vibrational alignment. It's about feeling. With the Silva Method, it's about actively creating or commanding manifestation using these structured mental techniques. One's about feeling, the other's about doing. And you can totally see this difference in the language they use. Abraham Hicks has a very spiritual vocabulary, right? Words like vibration, source energy, alignment. The Silva Method, on the other hand, it uses language that feels more grounded in science and psychology, alpha level, programming, subconscious mind. It's like two different languages trying to describe the same amazing thing. And that brings us to what's probably the most important question of all. This is not about which method is objectively better, it's about which one is better for you. Which one fits your personality and your style. Let's figure that out. So, how do you actually choose? Are you more of a vibrational surfer riding the waves of feeling? Or are you more of a mental engineer who likes to have a blueprint and a plan? Let's see which approach might feel more like you. Okay, here's a pretty good rule of thumb. If you're a highly intuitive, emotionally driven person, someone who kind of feels their way through life, then Abraham Hicks is probably going to feel like coming home. But if you're more analytical, you love a good plan, you make lists, then the structure of the Silva Method is probably going to feel super empowering. But of course, there is a third option. And honestly, this might be the most powerful approach of all. Just integrate them. You can absolutely combine the feeling of Hicks with the structure of Silva. I mean, think about it. You could use the Abraham Hicks teachings to get clear on what you really want, to find that amazing feeling place, and then you can use the Silva techniques to lock that vision into your mind. It's the best of both worlds. And that brings us right to our final and most important takeaway. Because at the end of the day, the real power to create your reality, well, it doesn't come from a single book or a single method.
You've got to remember this. These are just tools. That's all they are. Tools in your toolkit. Whether you choose to focus on feeling good or on programming your mind, the true power, the magic, it has always been and it will always be inside you. You are the creator. Look, we've really just scratched the surface here today. If you want to go way, way deeper on this, and believe me, there is so much more to explore, then you have to check out our full episode on the Vibrations and Manifestations podcast. It's called Which Mind Power Technique Actually Works Better in 2025. Go find it wherever you listen. You're going to love it.